Hi everyone, my name's Eric Yarmo, and this weekend we built what we're calling the STL food agent. Today, if I'm a parent in St. Louis and I want to understand food inspection data, it is very difficult. The county portal is not accessible, it's hard to find online, and even if you do find it, it's a search engine managed by a third party that's not visible, and you have to know what you're looking for. Even then, when you get to the high school, to actually navigate to see the inspection data is very difficult, and even to understand it. So we made the St. Louis food agent. You can easily understand inspection scores. You can search specific inspections. So we turned each inspection into essentially a receipt. So you could search by high school. Um, we also created a basic leaderboard to show how you can look at like different critical violations, their average score, and their latest score. And you can sort by those different subjects. And then we also created a basic chat demo because the idea is that if you give a chat agent verifiable receipts with the source, it can create a much better experience for the user. So if we look at our GitHub, the reason we chose the no code section is because this project actually isn't about the code at all. What it's really about is the receipt structure, this idea that you can take messy data and turn it into a normalized receipt schema. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, essentially, any individual can go to our GitHub repo, they can fork it, and in 3 commands, they can run it locally on their computer: npm install, npm run data, and npm run dev. In a 4th command, they can also deploy it to Vercel, meaning they can deploy it online just like we have here and host it on domain. No backend. So what are we actually doing? Well, we're going into our VS Code here, and you can see that we have all this messy data ingested. Then when we run our npm run data command, it updates or creates all the different ingestions into verifiable receipts. Then from these receipts, we have scripts that build a feed and leaderboard JSON. And then our entire web app is quite simply just built off of this JSON. So the idea is that any person, whether it's St. Louis, Chicago, or another region, can make their own food agent, housing agent, 311 agent. They all use the same idea of public, verifiable, but messy civic data and a normalized receipt. Once you have that, you have a grammar, a language to speak, and it becomes much easier to build tools for your community. I'm really proud of what we made. This is my first hackathon. I did this with just one other person. We're both non-technical, and we built this from the second we touched the data to this final product. We built in less than 12 hours. If we wanted to take this across the whole region, we would work with regional public health departments to create an API so individuals have real-time access across thousands of receipts. And more importantly, we can start to map out food inspection data across the entire St. Louis region, that's multiple counties, and understand what trends are there and what can we learn from such a large data set. It was a lot of fun building this project. I think it absolutely addresses this idea of giving people more security and safety through information and just making data more accessible. This is our community. We should be able to see food inspection data and understand like what's going on, what are the critical issues or violations, when was the last receipt, etc. Thank you.